So, yeah, this year's harvest was pretty interesting. You know, relative to last year, this harvest was actually for us from the first date of harvest to the last date of harvest, of when we're actually harvesting fruit. It was about 2 weeks shorter this year than last year. And last year was pretty fast as well, but it was about 2 weeks shorter. It was 54 days for us in total. And remember, that's harvesting from all the way from Pinot Gris, being some of the first fruit we harvested, all the way to Bordeaux varieties, Merlot, Syrah, estate fruit at the very end. So 54 days. The harvest that we thought would be a marathon turned out to be more of a sprint in the end, because it was continually getting warmer, and as we saw last year, which I'm glad we were prepared for, the fruit just kept coming in. We had to make moves very quickly, otherwise the weather would have just taken over, and now all of a sudden you lose that. You know, every single pick date for us is important. Every single picking date is we're waiting 364 days for that one specific day, that one specific time to bring in fruit, because we're making really small lots. You know, we're not a winery that's bringing in, 150 tons of one variety, or even 20 tons of one variety. We're bringing in really small lots. Some of our lots are bringing in 1 ton of fruit, and you only get one chance at that, and it's not being blended away. It's being showcased as a single variety and a single wine. And when you're dealing with stuff on that scale, each pick, each time that you pick, and those types of things are just very, very important. Yeah, overall, I think it was a great harvest. I think that the fruit quality that we were seeing, for me, was awesome. We were seeing really great natural acidity levels. We were seeing relatively stable pHs. I think most of the picks, 90% of our picks, 95% of our picks were right on the button in terms of the sugar accumulation, which leads to really stable alcohols, and also just flavor profiles being very consistent with what Carhartt believes in, which is, elegant wines, not super ripe, not heavy. Yeah, I would very, very happy. One of the really cool things that happened this harvest was this was our first vintage where we harvested what we call the Carhartt Canyon, which is about in total almost 8 acres, and it's in this canyon section just off to the side of our original mesa plantings, and we harvested the first fruit from there. It's a collection of VSP vines, which are essentially row plantings, and also head train vines. And so we had brand new Grenache fruit, Mourvedre, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Syrah, Sangiovese, and actually also a little bit of Graciano, which is a brand new variety for us that we're going to be adding to the Carhartt lineup here in a couple years when we finally bottle it. And so that was really exciting, and it was something that we were not totally in the dark as to how this vineyard was going to be harvested, because it's pretty dramatic. It's up to 45-degree slope, these really steep hillsides, and we were just unsure about how exactly we were going to tackle the harvesting of those vines, and it ended up running really smoothly. Smaller berry sizes, much more just high quality, lower yielding vines, and yeah, just very excited for the future of bringing more and more estate fruit to the Carhartt lineup.